which can detect moisture behind walls. This helps find the source of the leak. We will make it right. That's what we do. Now that I've seen things, I'm going to look further. There's a lot that's going to be addressed. There's already water damage on the flooring upstairs. I'm going to have to take down drywall and pull insulation in the kitchen and parts of the main floor to see how extensive the damage is. There's no other option. Looking at your kitchen, it is original to the build.
I find sometimes when we work in the kitchen, we kind of bump into each other. The island is not a functional workspace.
Now don't play with now.
It takes most of the space on the island.
Hey, we on YouTube.
I want to help people that are good people. Mark and Helen are very good people. Did you want a new kitchen by chance?
Yes, I've been wanting a new kitchen.
But you've been too busy with the leak.
That's correct.
And you've been very patient.
Yes, very patient.
Since we're here, this floor needs to be pulled.
Yes.
In order to replace this floor, I got to pull the cabinets.
Yes.
In order to do all that work, first we got to see what we're doing on the outside, which affects the inside. One thing always leads to another. It's a domino. Once I'm pulling all this, it now gives me the opportunity, which gives you the opportunity to have a new kitchen.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
So yes is the answer?
Oh yes, absolutely. Wow.
Because the kitchen is big enough that it's open to the living room, let's change this around a bit so it's more open. Without taking down walls, it's amazing what we can do. We see the dining room in behind this door here seems to be very tight. We can create a better flow between the kitchen and the dining room and the front office. Again, one thing leads to another. So it's not just the kitchen. We're going to go into the living room here. New floors here, new trim, new fireplace.
Wow.
Just because of what I'm seeing doesn't work with the changes I need.
We feel so privileged to have you come and help us.
We're more comfortable with giving members here. Well,
let's go.
Oh, wow.
Solve the leak, fix the outside of the house, new kitchen, new first floor. I think they're going to be really happy when I'm finished.
Hey, you might not say it again. I don't know what happened.
The dogs stay on their back before. If you like that idea, you stay. Look at that. Oh man, that's soaking wet. This house is not old enough to have this much damage.
Have a stress-free holiday morning by creating and gifting essentials basket to keep the mornings merry and bright. Brought to you by Duracell. Your gifts deserve Duracell.
You got her the perfect gift. Does it matter if you give her the perfect batteries? Well, does it matter you arranged for the perfect camping trip but bought the company full spray? Does it matter you splurged on the recital dress but got her a budget haircut? Does it matter you organized a dream birthday party but rented a top fancy house? When it matters that it's Duracell.
Happy holidays from Chewy. Life gets a lot more magical when you dream. And for decades, Disney Cruise Lines has given families dreams to wake up excited about. Dreams with beloved stories, a private island paradise, and knowing your family will be cared for the moment you step aboard. Because here, dreams really do come true.
Introducing Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus receive access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Venture X, what's in your wallet?
Mrs. Claus, the shopping boss, here to help you merry savers find the best bargains ever. When you have the world's longest list, you go to Ross, so you can work that budget and get those savings. I love saying yes to more merry for less at Ross.
This holiday, what if the internet absolutely for people to pick exactly what they want? Laser Magic
products that fit your vehicle precisely. When you're on the go, the cup coffee keeps your favorite bag secure and handy. Sync protects under your seat. There's even something for our furry friends with a pet feeding system. Load the WeatherTech gift card instantly for the holidays at WeatherTech.com.
So today, while the scaffold's going up, we are going to pull the kitchen. They want to keep the oven and the fridge cabinets. Store them in the garage for now. Work our way to the floors, pull the ceiling in the kitchen. We're doing all new lighting. Once we've done all that, I want to do a visual look of how water has come down.
To find the source of the leaks and replace it with a stucco system that will keep the weather out and give this house a modern look. Going inside, we'll create a tile pad over a waterproof membrane in the foyer to protect the new hardwood that will extend throughout the main floor. Going into the family room, we'll accentuate the high ceiling to an updated fireplace that will become a true focal point. A new sliding door will keep out any dining room. Helen will finally get the kitchen produced with sophisticated design features. By closing in one useless window and moving the sink, there will be no common space. After that, the larger island, this piece will be both functional and elegant. The dining room will be given a more classic look for all of those family gatherings. And finally, Mark's office will be given a homey yet efficient use of the space.
Alright, so we're just disconnecting our fridge right now. We've noticed there's no shut-off accessible to connect the water line from the kitchen. Now, the reason this is a problem is because in the past, past floors have a leak, and there's no way to actually shut the water off when there's a leak. It causes damage to your flooring, damage to your walls, and it just keeps traveling, can affect your structure. Always best practice when having a water line so you have water in a nice dispenser in your fridge. Just put a shut off, or hire someone who can do that. Windows, very cheap. They look good, right? You got the pros in the center. It looks like a French window. When you look at the bottom of this sill, this has been like this for years. This is just this year. That's showing that we have moisture on the inside of the glass. Cool is coming through. Hot air is mixing, creating condensation on the glass. Now, when I open the window, what I don't want to see is what I actually see. Look at this. That's not because the window was left open. That's because the water's coming in, penetrating. If you take a look at the paint, wood got wet and pushed the paint off it. Over the years, it's going to have nothing but mold growth on all the windows, all the doors, simply because they're cheap. When you build a house, you want to make sure that you get the best windows, best doors, best roofs, protected from the outside. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of areas where water has come in. So the backside flooring at the door, we are seeing obviously a darkening of water. Remember, oak will always turn black when it gets wet. That's a bad sign. This is where the majority came in, but it also is coming in the corner here. You can see the darkness in the floor. I'm now in the basement. It's rotten. The only thing that's keeping it really good is the floor, actually, if you think about it. This is really stupid. Floor register, they took it on the outside wall. Rather than pulling it up with a vertical bulkhead, they put it with the body of the wall. That's going to be a really cool spot. It's the game's code. You're not even allowed to do this. Well, not to mention that that's not actually a property upstairs. By the time the furnace picks up temperature, it shuts itself down, and this has just started to blow warm air. That's a no-no. We're going to have to relocate. Oh man, that's soaking wet. Look at the rock here. What we want to do is look above and see if we see any wet spots coming down. Every single
Soaking wet. Look at the water coming down.
soaking wet. Every one of them.
Bad week to be filled.
Yes, there's something for everyone on Discovery Plus. Stream now for just $4.99.
We built this stunning mountain modern cabin in Oregon. Check out the all-new HGTV Remote 2022. New Year's Day on HGTV. Brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Home loans that fit your life. Rocket can.
Our house seemed like a dream come true. Great character, great neighborhood, until Mrs. Ashton started picking the neighborhood cats. Oh,
We need to move right now.
with Rocket Mortgage, we can adjust our home loan options in real time.
Customize our monthly payment, down payment, and closing costs. And no cats.
It was a cat catastrophe.
No.
When you need control over your home loans, Rocket can.
Who's on it with Guardians?
For 25 million prescription strong. We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart rate.
We're working up a sweat before coffee. And saying no thanks to a Boston screen.
Guardians is a once-daily pill that can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have no heart disease. So it can help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Guardians lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital booster urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum occurs. Stop taking Jardiance and tell your doctor right away if there are symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack? We're on it.
We're on it with Guardians.
Ask your doctor about Guardians.
California had all the answers. They're experts. Bellewood, artisans, and hackers.
Well, this is the Bellawood Art Center.
Right now, we see the dollar per square foot in premium Bellawood art.
We will win. If you give me a chance, I will prove that to you.
I am going to play football, and I'm going to play it in the NFL.
Experience what critics are calling
Something special about you, son.
and gives us that gift of hope during the holidays.
Fire to the sideline. Warner, get down.
Rated PG. In theaters everywhere Friday.
It's Macy's Monday sale now with great deals of the day. With 20% off Fisher Price, Paw Patrol, and more. Plus buying handbags starting at $19.99. And fragrances and makeup 40% off. Plus get same-day delivery at Macy's. In the mountains, everything is elevated, including the children. And come winter, you can experience it in uncrowded small towns and our authentic Appalachian culture. Welcome to West Virginia, a wintry state that reaches the height of perfection. Plan your winter getaway now at www.tourism.com.
Now that everything's open,
And people are out and about.
you need a local agency to help you navigate through the change.
That's us, Fox 5. We'll keep you ahead of everything.
So you can be ready for anything.
From the downtown area.
The happy hour with your friends after work.
There's a lot you have to pick up on.
We're here to make it all a smooth ride.
So you and your loved ones won't miss a moment again.
Let's move forward together.
Welcome to a bigger and better beginning.
Fox 5. Stay ahead.
Try again, 2nd and 10.
Every single soaking wet.
You can see it.
Every one of them. You can see the wetness, and it's all the way. I'm really concerned about that. It's showing that we are getting a really cold drive from the siding, or it's actually leaking from all the siding. So we definitely are molding That is soaking wet. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to put my money on it. It's the siding.
So what does this mean for the rest of the job?
We're going to have to expose the overhang to where the brick is everywhere in this house to spray foam that void. It's the only way to solve the problem and to stop the condensation buildup.
But this is only one side of the house, right? We don't do everything?
Wherever it overhangs, we got to open it. Alright, so what Dad wants to see is if there's moisture behind the insulation.
It looks like it.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
wet.
yeah, look. Even without a light, you can see that.
Holy, that's a lot of water.
Do you have a... Here, I have a
Completely
phone.
saturated.
That's exactly what it looks like all through the kitchen, too. It's going to be this whole side of the house, at least.
Well, I think that means only old insulation, old siding,
More drywall.
more stucco, more spray foam. This job started with a leak in the basement, and we're doing the kitchen. Now it looks like we're dropping the ceiling in every room.
We got a lot of work ahead of us. Let's keep going.
This is a fine today. Is it a surprise? No. I expected the fee issue. Honestly, this is a problem that the builder has caused in trying to make it look good, trying to make it work, and trying to build cheap. That's the big culprit here. Cheap windows, cheap siding, cheap work. Looks good, doesn't it? It's like the icing on the cake. But this cake doesn't taste good. Here's the biggest problem. Every single one of these houses that has siding on this street will have the same problem as this house right here. They're all going to be upset when they find out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown, you just saw a quarterback that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense.
Today we're going to be bringing in Helen and Mark. Bathroom gutted. Wow. Wow. Now if we look this way. Oh my God. Whoa. Completely barren. There is not much left here for them. Yes. No, we completely gutted the kitchen. Come on in. Things that I'm used to seeing, it's not a surprise. This is where we had the leak. It was in this area right here. You can see the hole in the floor. I was able to take a small piece of wood and literally push it right through the floor. We're going to give you a new door, a proper door, new windows throughout the house.
Beautiful.
Come on into the kitchen. If we take a look at the top of the wall up there, you see the little black areas in the pocket in the floor joist? See that? This area was soaking wet when we pulled down the insulation because it's all across this area where all the siding is. Where the siding meets the brick, wet, 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 right through.
Oh boy.
It's incredible.
We did not expect.
We were going to focus just on the garden door area. I didn't expect to be in this area at all.
So there are problems that we need to fix. And I'm going to explain why. Follow me. I'm going to show you something as I go up. Pull down the vapor barrier, pull out the insulation, feel that. Feel the wet. Oh, wow. That's with heat on it 2 days. Whoa. Again, what am I saying? Look at the wall. Soaking wet, soaking wet. And that's all the way along the wall, Mike? Right from the front corner of the house, all the way across, all the way over, wherever the siding is.
I am shocked to find that insulation wet and that it's throughout the house.
They would say, Mr. Holmes, we insulated it to minimum code. And I'll say, well, it's leaking. And if it's leaking, did you do it right?
Mm-hmm.
So the answer is no.
Breaks my heart to see this because we are living in this environment.
We didn't expect it to be this bad.
We can fix anything.
Thank you, Mike. Really appreciate it.
Pretty overwhelming, actually, that this has been found.
It's extremely frustrating over 12 years and $50,000 later for contractors unable to diagnose the defect and repair it correctly.
I'm really looking forward to getting this all removed and fixed once and for all.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of 35 to 36. 56 yards rushing for him now this morning.
As far as I'm concerned, this is a great example of what I always say. Start from the outside, work your way in. There's no surprise that we're going to be outside. That's why we planned the scaffold. We have the house wrapped, and that's to keep it watertight, because we're going to pull down the siding. This house is an issue from the outside in and not the inside out. can't with water behind it.
Yeah. There's so much water behind the vinyl siding. It's actually insane. And you can see the damage. You can see the water dripping off the back, the water on the exterior drywall. I have a bad feeling about this one.
Vinyl siding could be a great product, but not really in this application. Put it on your shed, put it on your garage. You know, you've already got a really inferior sheeting system, and then you're putting basically just a decorative panel over top of it.
Do you see that?
Exactly what I expected. There's the floor joist. That's open cavity. There's no board here whatsoever. They've only used it to wrap underneath. That's where all that cold is coming in. Look, if I cut through, I'm going to put my hand inside the house.
Perfect.
One of my travels across the country, I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the guy from insurance agency help you with the and protect yourself from things like fire, theft, or in this case, water damage. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe. Geico.
Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance at geico.com.
Yeah, that's the house you go, right? What? How you go? Take it on for trade, yeah.
About 7 minutes to the sky, boy, not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. The walls.
This is Joe. He used to have bad breath. Now he uses a capsule of TheraBreath, Fresh Breath Oral Rinse to keep his breath smelling great all day long. TheraBreath. It's a better mouthwash. Walmart, Target, and other fine stores.
What's up, Tempo? Are you ready? Let's go.
All right, team. Be explosive on these jump squats. Excellent depth. You're crushing this weight. Let's take it up together. Keep that skin by your side. You got this. That's that burn.
And that's working it out.
The big breath out. Nice. Good job. Awesome work today, team. See you next time.
Target makes last minute gifting easier. Shop with same-day delivery, free order pickup, or free drive-up, and leave with your list wrapped up. Order today, get it today at Target.
If I cut through, I'm going to put my hand inside the house. You can see that it's holding water. It's a big no-no. I think I just put my finger in it. This house is not old enough to have this much damage. Crappy windows, totally ruined under the windows. To put drywall all the way around the outside, which was allowed at that time, it's stupidity. Now, if you're going to use exterior drywall, it can't get wet. The drywall could be used if it was protected from moisture. But think about this for a moment. If it's on the outside of the house, can it get wet? Yep. If it gets wet, will it damage? Yep. I think we've got to go to plywood.
Wow, that's going to be expensive this time of year.
Take out all the drywall, put all new plywood. We have issues. And you're not talking about Sherry? But, did I not expect this? That's going to change our cost a lot on this job. That's a lot of plywood. A lot of sheeting. That's a lot of manpower. If it was your house, listen, I agree with you. I think we should do it, but it changes the schedule a little bit. We're going to have to push things, but it needs to be done. I came here to fix what 4 different contractors couldn't figure out. And it turns out it was the original builder who really screwed this up. So let's call it 5 contractors. I shouldn't be here 20 to 25 years later fixing a house that was built like this. Bad windows, bad siding, bad installation of all of the above, bad doors, just bad practice. The crew will remove the rest of the siding and all that saturated exterior drywall. There, I've got another family that needs our help. Nice couple, I tell you. They wanted to renovate their kitchen and their bathroom, and she was pregnant at the time also.
Oh, that's never easy. Someone tells me the renovation didn't go well?
Not really. The contractor did a lot of crappy work. Then something happened. The baby was born with some serious health issues.
Oh.
Yes. So we got to go there. Why don't you go home, get changed? I'll get changed, and I'll send you the address and meet you there.
All right.
Thank you. It just doesn't end, does it?
Chris, like,
Well,
How are you? Welcome.
Ivana. And Ivan, and we have a dog. Yeah, he's in there. Let's come out and say hi. What's the dog's name? Benji. Hi. Now you're happy. Let's actually talk a little bit about this. You hired a contractor to do a whole new kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ivana and I met on a trip to Cuba. We met at the airport the first time, and the rest is history.
Yes, history.
After we got married, we moved into our house, the house that we have now. One of the first things that we wanted to do was update the kitchen. I was at this point 8 months pregnant, so we did want to have a functioning kitchen before the baby came.
The contractor experience, starting about a week into the job, we noticed that there was nobody showing up to the work site. He started to change the scope of the work and state that he did not promise to do certain things that we had agreed on.
And it was really frustrating because you don't really have a choice. The house is, the kitchen is torn down, it's too late to turn back.
A lot of the things that we wanted to accomplish were just not done.
We didn't have a usable kitchen.
We had already spent all of the money that we had budgeted for it, and I essentially had to do a lot of the work myself. Basically, we blew through the budget in the first 6 weeks, so I actually bought the cabinets and installed them myself. The guy had disappeared. He just didn't come back. Basically, we had a delay on the countertop, so I improvised by making plywood countertops. It was rough. It would get splinters in our fingers, and it was rough.
Can I ask how much this work cost you guys?
Just over $20,000, and then we had to put our own money to do other things in the house.
We did have a timeline because I was due. I was 8 months pregnant, so we had a very short timeline that he said he can deliver in.
Well, you're about to deliver.
Well, I was about to deliver, and that's stressful.
So the contractor gets the place and leaves them with half a finished kitchen. Ivan has to rush to put cabinets and counters in, but the contractor's measurements are all wrong. They should have been over more. Pendant lights are hitting cabinets. The pod lights aren't lined up properly. We have any issues with them when you turn on the switch. They stay flickering. The tile floor is crumbling, and who knows what's happening behind the walls.
When Noah came into our lives, all the problems we were having with the house took a back seat. It was a really wonderful moment to be a first-time dad, holding him in your arms and having him fall asleep on you.
When Noah was about 3 months old, we've noticed some signs in him. One of his eyes was a little bit more droopy than the other, so we took him to the hospital. And that day, they ended up diagnosing him with neuroblastoma, which is a type of cancer. He had tumors everywhere.
Later that day, his oncologist came in, and I remember telling him, just please, tell us you're going to be okay. And he said, I can't promise you.
They call me the hot chocolate guru. Okay, nobody calls me that, but no, I've got this. Firefighter Maggie Gronwald knows how to handle dry weather and dry cracked skin. New Gold Bond Advanced Healing Ointment. Restore healthy skin with no stick feeling. Gold Bond. Champions your skin. Introducing iPhone 13 Pro on Xfinity Mobile. My iPhone camera so good, you can shoot movies.
Watch streaming on the most reliable 5G this side of Mars.
We're trying to launch.
I can do that. And save up to $400 a year. Get $200 off the new iPhone 13 Pro on Xfinity Mobile. Take the savings challenge at xfinitymobile.com/mysavings or visit your Xfinity store and talk to our Switch squad today.
Yeah.
right. I could use some help showing the world how Liberty Mutual customizes their car insurance. So they only pay for what they need. Did it work? Only pay for what you need. Spider-Man No Way Home. Theaters December 17th.
At America's Best, you can get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam starting at just $69.95. 2 pairs, and they don't even have to be identical. In fact, 1 pair can be practical and sturdy, while the other pair is super stylish and wildly good-looking. Not that it's a contest or anything. 2 pairs and a free quality eye exam starting at just $69.95. The exam alone is worth at least $50. Book yours today at americasbest.com. The silent type, I see.
Happy birthday. Carry goat, crafted with milk from Irish grass-fed cows.
Mrs. Claus, the shopping boss here to help you Merry Savers decorate with the best bargains ever. Ross has savings on everything you need to get the party started, because who waits for shipping anymore? Oh yes, I love saying yes to more Merry for less at Ross.
Hey, let me help you.
Hey, what up, man? You need a minute, man. Drive a pretty penny, huh?
Your favorite.
You can let it in.
The greatest mouse in the world.
Go crap, let's go. Go crap.
Something new is on the horizon. A wish for new worlds where fun meets enchantment. Where heroes meet destiny. Where you splash into new adventures. And where magic meets the sea.
I don't think you can imagine anything worse than your child being sick and potentially not making it. It was just surviving day to day and making sure that Noah survived.
Every day was a win.
Yeah. Every day was a win.
When the treatment started to work, thankfully, the tumor started to shrink, and slowly he started to recover movement in his arms, but not in his legs. Every milestone was a celebration. And then when he started smiling, then our whole world changed. Because then we knew he was feeling better.
I'm sorry to hear that, but he's still here, so that's okay.
Ivana had to quit her job because Noah had a relapse at 6 months.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the time that he unfortunately became physically disabled from the waist down. But he is healthy now. He's a very happy boy. But it was a rough beginning.
Noah is 5.5 years old now. He's a very lively, energetic boy.
We immediately noticed that the house that we had envisioned before all of this happened with Noah was not going to work for us.
Right now we carry Noah everywhere. And he's getting bigger. You have to think about the times that Noah needs to do something and how much assistance he needs from us right now to wash his hands, to have a bath, to go outside, to go downstairs. Okay, let's go. We want our home to be a safe space for him where he has things that are accessible to him. Well, now the house has to be completely accessible if he's in a wheelchair, but it also has to be made for him now and him to be able to grow into it.
Ivan and Ivana need to make their home accessible, but they've already spent all their money cleaning up the mess from the contractor. And yes, that is a small bathroom.
That's a standard size tub. That's going to be a little bit hard for him to get in and out of. He cannot do it himself.
Even in his wheelchair, it's very difficult. There's a threshold even to get him into the sink. He can't reach it. Right now, luckily he's still small enough that we can carry him, but eventually that's not going to be an option.
Already at 5.5. Yeah, it's a little dangerous, especially when he's, slippery after the bath. To pick him up, it takes a lot of strength.
We've had some close calls.
Is this his bedroom here?
This is Noah's bedroom.
Cute, small. I love it that it's on the first floor, so this is just great for him.
What are some of the things he needs specifically in this room, even for as he gets older? He'll need more space for his wheelchair. His closet space right now is really not accessible for him because he can only reach to a certain height. Can we see your bedroom? Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. I like that this is over the garage. It's like a side split, so it gives you your own private zone.
Yeah, the layout really works for us.
In the bedroom, we have a bathroom?
Yes, we do. What are kind of your wish lists for up here?
A place to shower would be great.
Yeah, I can see that.
More storage, especially for Ivana.
So we're going to rip apart the kitchen. We're going to rip apart quite a few things and inspect what the contractor did. And then at the end of it, you can come back home again and bring Noah, and I think everyone's going to be quite happy.
I would love that.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet him. He's a little rascal.
Dump it in there. Without the show.
So was she. Man, you were the cutest little girl, but you were stubborn. She'd look at me, she's in a room, and I'm like, what's wrong? And she would just close the door.
That sounds similar to Noah.
Why are you mad at me? What did I do?
You looked at me wrong that day.
Yes, I did.
This family needs our help. They're a young couple who spent all their savings, all their money trying to make their house habitable before they have a baby. Now, they're trying to make it accessible for a boy who really deserves it. We're going to give this house everything we've got.
The good news is Noah's helping. And let's give them a fighting chance to make it even better for him. If he's smiling, they're smiling, I'm smiling. Let's make everyone smile.
While we wait for permits to begin construction at the site,
Good guy here, Bob.
back at the two-story house,
Let's go.
and there's plenty of activity inside as well. New plumbing lines are being run in the kitchen, and the updated gas fireplace is being installed in the living room, which will give the area a cozy vibe and a stylish focal point. It's a perfect time to go over some design ideas with Bill Hart.
Bill Hart, you make my world easier. I've seen all the pictures.
You too, baby. You too.
It's good.
This home was stuck in the 90s, and we wanted to bring it back.
What would you call this design?
Vintage classic with a modern twist. We were immediately struck by the high ceilings and the natural flow of white, and we knew right away that these were the features that we wanted to utilize to update it. We love their vaulted ceiling, but there's no feature there that you could actually look up and appreciate. I would like a fireplace cladded in shiplap in a chevron pattern, and we're gonna slant the fireplace with wall sconces to give it that flair and that jeu that it needs. One of the things that struck us was the arched windows that were in the space. They were beautiful, but they fell flat. And we wanted to create a connection between the office, where you do find those arched windows, to the family room. And we thought of creating an arched doorway detail that would connect all those spaces together.
I love the idea that I can see from the kitchen right through the dining room into the office to that arching windows. That is a really good idea.
Thank you so much.
You're not just putting wallpaper, tile, little paints on the walls. You're doing the ceiling as well.
Yes. I love to use firewalls. That is one of my favorite things to do when designing. I feel like designers always use the full wall spaces and forget the ceiling.
She caught me on 5 walls. I'm like,
Oh, go on.
and the ceiling. Yeah.
And it also gives it a grand luxurious feel to it. Once you paint everything feels so seamless.
I love that. This is why I love working with designers, because it ups our game. Right now, we're going to look at a space and think, wow, what about the ceiling? Instead of just going standard white,
It all comes down to your finishing.
Hardscape is where you should put your money, make it all work together, and then throw in all kinds of stuff and change it. Yeah, huge accessories. The judging. What language is that?
I believe that is English.
English?
Yeah.
You gotta have inspiration to do something like this. What inspires you?
So I am originally from Kenya.
We've been to Kenya.
Have you?
Yeah.
Now the question is, did you go on safari?
Yes.
When you go on safari first thing in the morning, you're seeing the mist in the background in the landscape. You're seeing the green. You're seeing the clay tones in the earth. And a lot of the colors that we see outdoors, we always try and bring that in.
I like that idea. Our kitchen expert Andy worked with Bill Hutt to come up with ideas for Helen's Dream Kitchen.
We wanted to almost incorporate a little bit more of a modern design. It's a very functional kitchen in terms of cooking. And then they can also entertain. We're going to show you some renderings that we built. We played with color and texture, but still giving them a light and airy feel so that they can appreciate all those elements working together. We made sure that the island that we built them was 100% functional, especially for them to both cook.
Nothing on top, so much usable space.
Absolutely. We made sure we finished the sides as well with a beautiful waterfall island. You know, they love their dogs. So I was like, hey, let's incorporate a dog bowl. And I'm like, that's brilliant.
Oh, I see it. No way. I have a feeling this is going to be one of their favorite parts of the kitchen. They love their dogs so much. I think
When the dog lies on his back, we're going to get a glass top and just put it on his feet. He doesn't move. He doesn't move. You did a great job. Now we get to take this, all of this, and put it together. We got to get the work.
Okay. Thank you.
Today, Paul and I are actually going to put in an arched doorway in between the dining room and Mark's office.
It's going to be the same as this one that we already have on this side, and then that'll let the light flow right through.
Keeping the kitchen nice and bright because we're actually losing a couple windows. Arches can be kind of dated, but how we're going to modernize it in this home is mimic what we already have. So the architectural design in this home has a few archways. We're going to mimic it throughout the main floor, and it will change the space from dated to classic.
I do actually have one that I've already made.
Okay.
I'll show you how we made it.
Paul does some measurements to find our center point.
So we're going to put our nail in. And this nail is going to be the pivot point for our circle. Put my hand on top of the tape, I lock my pencil in, and then just slide the tape back.
And you're keeping it so steady.
It stays nice and steady as long as you keep your hand still. There we go.
So perfect.
And then we're going to start cutting around, and you have to go nice and slow, little cuts all the way around to get the
Oh my
bend.
goodness.
Okay,
It's perfect. How do you make everything seem so easy?
there we go. Lots of years. Slide it up. I should block this lip.
This is a great day for me at work. I love learning something new. I think there's so many ways you can expand your knowledge on a job site. I'm kind of blown away by how simple an archway is. And we actually did it in about 15 minutes.
And that's it. She's finished.
It was so quick. It's my first arch.
Perfect job.
Monday, Pedro is ready to confront the past.
Finally, I got my dad number.
The Family Chantel, Monday at 8 on TLC.
The staff setup from Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less.
Okay, what message did you hear this time? Safe drivers can save using Snapshot.
What Snapshot?
What the commercial was about.
I tune commercials out.
Yeah, me too. They're always like, wow, wow, wow.
Tell me about it. I'm going to a silent retreat next weekend.
My niece got kicked out of one of those.
For talking?
Grand larceny.
How about we get back to the savings?
Yeah, I would like to talk about
that. Okay.
On Prime Video, when all the action is in one place, entertainment never ends. See where it takes you. Prime Video.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold. If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Unlike other cold medicines, Coracetin provides powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments with Coracetin, now in sugar-free liquid.
Feel like throwing my worries away. As an old native born Californian would say, it's supposed to be it's a source unusual sky. Not a sign of a cloud passing by. If my heart won't be blazing the usual way.
Our sanctuary, we can use this to Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our online project calculators cut extra supply runs, and job site delivery frees you up to focus. The Home Depot, a doers get more done.
Oh, don't forget, this for kids. Bye. Hey, guys.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First time Miles Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially lost it to the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Can't wait to get you home. You're gonna eat so up when you go home. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. I'm just gonna bite you.
Oh, baby, that looks amazing. Marcos, you don't always get it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They've dropped to throw.
We are well underway in the house. All new LED pod lights are going in upstairs, downstairs, everywhere. You can see in the living room here, new fireplaces in. It's going to make it look bold. As we get into the kitchen, everything has been insulated, spray foam. We have fixed all these problems. New windows are going in, pulled off. Put the new door in at the end because we don't want to damage it. Old windows have been closed off and insulated, restructured, bricks going on the outside. New window location. As you can tell, we've moved the plumbing. If you remember, the ductwork was in the outside wall. We've removed that. We've come over in this area here, come up through the floor in its own vertical bulkhead, came up through the other side, and went through the floor joist to feed that line upstairs, keeping all the ductwork on the inside. Warm walls, not cold walls. Opened up this room right from the kitchen to the dining room to the living room that's in that area. Installed arches to match the front window in full seconds that Paula Sherry actually installed herself. She loved doing this, by the way. She learned something new. Bulkheads now are into a coppered ceiling, giving it a great look. That's going to complement all the arches. This is just going to make it a grand dining room. Into the living room, drywallers are drywalling now, which tells us soon the kitchen cabinets will be going in. I'm feeling good. This place is getting done.
As drywall continues at the two-story house, over at the side split, demo has been put on hold so Ivan and Ivana can fulfill a promise they made to their son Noah. What these walls need is a little color. You know what? I did not wear clothes to think about painting in. We're gonna clean up a little bit of mess. Uh-oh, don't tell your mom. Ooh, no, not me. Joking. I'm glad you're just joking.
So Noah, what would you do to your house today?
Blow it up!
Blow it up? I think he wants to blow it up. Some of us are very passionate about demolition. So we're not going to touch the basement, but we will be demoing the first floor, the second floor, complete all walls, everything right down to studs.
Before we go inside, I actually brought another kind of company with us because Blake and I are expecting our second baby.
What?
Surprise!
Once again, my daughter's surprising me that she is pregnant. I'm all excited I've got another grandchild. and I'm excited for them. Congratulations.
It's the second girl.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, daughter. Wow, the family keeps growing. All right, let's get to work, guys. TNT.
Yeah! Good hit!
Noah wants to break the walls.
Really packing a punch.
Make sure we keep an eye on them, that everything's going to be fine.
There you go. That's in your room. Good job.
We watched, we were careful. He's now gone. We are construction demo underway.
The plan for Ivan and Ivana's house is to create an open concept on the main floor to make it easier for Noah to maneuver in the space. In the corner of the cozy and more spacious living room, we will install an elevator with access from the garage. This will be a game changer for Noah. The airy, bright, and stylish kitchen will feature a large island with sink as well as exceptional counter space so Noah can help prepare meals. The kitchen will be open into an inviting dining area. We will increase the footprint in Noah's bathroom to accommodate his wheelchair. A curbless shower with accessible sink and toilet will allow Noah privacy and ease of use. His bedroom will include pull-down shelves and better use of space for wheelchair mobility. Going upstairs, Ivan and Ivana will have their own retreat with a 3-piece bathroom, increased closet space, and a welcoming bedroom.
Fit a full bag between the jams and stuff there that's so big. We have this entire wall that he framed out, and you can see the insulation of paper barrier. This is good, but then you go over here, and we have an entire void that's not insulated. So I bet the homeowners in the winter were experiencing a lot of cold air coming through here. There's a bit of spray foam, but come on, that's hack work. Who framed this? Look at that. Okay. You know, this isn't structural, but this is just another tell of the poor craftsmanship of this contractor. I wouldn't hire this horse. There you go. So these are old hangers. They did cut it. There's nothing holding it. This was cut out. When contractors don't pull a permit on a job, especially messing with structure, you can kill somebody. Ivan and Ivana don't even really have any idea of what's happening in their own home. If this sloppy work is any indication of what's coming, we've got a huge problem. There's nothing holding the roof up. What do you see here? Very wrong color. It's unsettling.
I was not expecting that at all. They'll be able to turn on their soul with their phone. Yeah, lots of little tech surprises, I think.
And there's this big boy. I'd like that.
I'm a big boy. I want that.
How'd you like to see the inside? I'm so excited. Wow. That is phenomenal. Wow. Is this the kitchen that you dreamt of, Helen?
Yes. Was this worth 13 years? Yes, it was worth the wait. Thank you.
Hillary and David are feeling the squeeze.
This house is full of stuff, and it's a disaster.
To buy more multitasking square footage for all this family's needs.
It all seems so overwhelming to me, and it would just be easier to get a house that already has the layout that we need.
If we could stay in the same house, but redesign the house that our needs, I think it would be ideal.
Hillary gets creative with some surprising space.
Total wasted space.
What could you do here?
I got a trapeze.
While David tries to sell space that's already created.
And look at this.
like a finished basement.
And when the construction and carpooling are finally done,
There's really not a great place for an office in there for us.
this could give you every single thing you need.
There's got to be a point where we say that money is better spent buying a different house.
What will this couple decide?
Double ovens and double pantry. I love it. Oh my God.
Are you going to love it?
Or are you going to listen to me?
Suzanne and Brian bought their first house nearly 10 years ago, but a lot's changed since then, including the addition of their two children, Eleanor and William.
This house was a starter home. It felt really open, with an open floor plan and, two-story living room. It's been 9 years, and it's only gotten worse over the years.
I really still like the house. I just wish we could use the space a little bit better.
It had the nice two-story living room. It felt really open. It felt really big. It seemed like it would be a good place to grow and start a family. In the dining room, we have second pantry here that we don't have room to put all that stuff. The kitchen's already overflowing. We keep our stuff in the dining room. I have to drag it out and put it where it goes. It doesn't even really fit on the counter when we're using it.
A lot of that is addressable through new countertops, new flooring, new layout. If we could stay in the same house but redesign the house to fit our needs, I think it would be ideal.
We don't have any kids' bonus space here. The kids' stuff is everywhere on the first floor. It feels like we live in a daycare sometimes, even though we only have 2 kids. So this is our other room that's in the front of the house. It's a music room, it's a kids' playroom, and it's also our super classy guest bedroom.
I know that's ridiculous, and we do need to find another solution, and I think it is expanding the square footage.
It all seems so overwhelming to me, and it would just be easier to get a house that already has the layout that we need. Okay, the kitchen. Let's start with the floor. Even when it's clean, which is not often, it looks dirty. You wanted hardwood floors in the kitchen if we're replacing the floors, and I do not want hardwood floors in the kitchen.
We both agree that if we could find something easy to clean, it would be our preference. I think we can give you a whole new kitchen.
Either here or maybe in a different house.
All right, well, let's see what we can do with this house.
This is our office area / gaming area. It's a mess in here.
We just need to find a new place for a lot of this stuff. We both need offices. If we have that extra space, that's what I call the open space in this house, using it for an office, that's great.
There's no way that you can find space in this house for an office for us, dedicated space for the kids, guest room for our guests. You're living in fantasy land if you think that's going to happen. Wouldn't it be better if we just bought a house that already had another bedroom or a big bonus room that was already made?
Where are you going to get a comparable house that has everything we enjoy here?
Why dump more money into this when I know that in this area we could find a house that would meet our needs without trying to do anything crazy?
This was our first house, and it can still be our dream house.
After you.
Thank you.
Oh, nice high ceilings. In here, anyway.
Well,
I'm trying to be positive.
here's what I know. They have already no space here. They've got like a woofer, subwoofer thing, and 3
It's an
guitars,
amplifier, I think.
an amplifier.
It's not subwoofer, it's an amplifier.
Whatever. And you know what? This just doesn't work, does it? And a piano.
And you probably don't need this much furniture in here either.
Oh, I don't think you need this much anything. It's interesting because they've got all these records. Fantastic.
Serious collection.
But oddly, I didn't keep turntable.
So it's gotta be here somewhere. Let's head down that way.
Garage.
Slow down, double garage. No, it's hold on a second. It's a very important spot in the house. There's not a double car garage. It's got 2 doors, but these stairs completely screw this garage up. Can you get 2 cars in here?
You can't get anything in here right now. Bit of a clutter situation.
I'd like to call it an eating kitchen, but I don't think because there's a table in here that makes it an eating kitchen. They've got, seems like useless spaces that just need to be combined to make something useful. This is for men.
What did you just say? This is for men? Did you just say this is for men? You said that? This is for men. I'm just shocked that would have actually come out of your mouth.
You said worse.
Come on, man.
All right. Hey, nice screen in the porch.
This is nice.
Beautiful screen.
This is the best thing in the house so far. You know what? This is lovely, and this has been built recently. This did not come with the house. So, this house is full of stuff, and it's a disaster. There is a bit of an issue here.
They got a lot of stuff, but they need a bigger house.
No, they need less stuff. All right, so...
Oh, Jack and Jill. It's good for kids.
Coming in, closet.
Decent amount of storage.
Yeah,
Tiny bedrooms.
it is tiny, but it works.
Spread the love in a new season of Hometown.
It's a big deal.
Be there for the hugs, the heart, and the OMGs.
You like it?
I feel like I'm at home. The new season of Hometown premieres Sunday, December 26th today on HGTV.
Rose Devotion, the new fragrance by Prada.
Sarah, you said you were buying a car today.
It's 4 a.m.
Yeah, I stayed up and crunched over
No, I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly.
Online, honey, now that can affect your credit score.
Didn't that? Then I got my real rate and monthly payment. Now I just need to head to the dealership for a test drive and purchase.
Sounds easy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, since we're both up, who wants French toast? What's in your wallet? When you serve a boar's head sweet sliced ham, something magical happens. Born from a family recipe, it's expertly smoked and crafted for carving. This is the ham that will bring everyone and everything together. Boar's Head sweet sliced ham. Compromise elsewhere.
Before clear choice, my dental health was so bad. I was in a lot of pain. I wasn't able to eat. It was very hard.
Kimberly came to Clear Choice with a bunch of missing teeth, struggling with pain, with dental disease. Clear Choice dental implants solve her dental issues.
I feel so much better. I feel energized to go outside and play with my daughter. I can eat anything. Like, I don't have to worry. Clear Choice changed my life.
1, 2, 3. People say we all know.
All right, everybody stand up straight.
Okay, now we flip it.
We're making this resolve.
What recipe did you use?
Oh, my nose.
See a good pet?
Ryan and Suzanne don't agree on what they should do with their dysfunctional house. They're looking to Hillary and David to help them make a big decision in their family's life.
All right, so when did you guys buy this house?
2010.
So you didn't have any kids when you bought this house?
We weren't even married. We're running out of space. When we came in, we had one bedroom that was an office and one bedroom that was a guest bedroom. Now we have 2 kid bedrooms, which is
why we find ourselves talking to you. I like you said you as in me.
Both of you.
All right, so I've done an evaluation. The current value of your house is $250,000. That is based on current sales in this neighborhood, and it also takes into consideration a lot of the upgrades that still need to be done in this home. Now, what is the must-have list to get you out of this house? And I'm going to assume you want a bigger house.
Yes, definitely.
Good.
Updated kitchen with plenty of storage, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, bonus space for kids, and office space for Suzanne and I to share. More than 2,000 square feet.
Okay, so what is the budget?
$375,000.
Good. I feel good about that. Over to you.
So, something drew you to this house in 2010. Tell me, what do you need from me to convince you to stay in this home?
Renovate the kitchen with more storage. Create a dedicated kids area. Add a guest space. Create an office for us to share. Increase storage throughout. Increase the square footage.
I'm sorry, increase square footage?
Yeah.
Yep. You heard it.
We'll revisit that. What is the budget?
$110,000.
Oh, we won't revisit that. Have you ever done a renovation?
No!
Feeling good is so good and so transitory. I believe that when I'm done, you're going to love it.
Exactly. What's actually going to happen is you're going to list it.
Agreed.
So, do you think there are 4-bedroom houses in this neighborhood? I don't think so.
No. I think these are definitely not. They're 3-bedroom, which is pretty standard.
Which means they have to leave this neighborhood.
Well, 4 bedrooms, plus a bonus room, plus an office, which is really big, with 6.
Pretty much.
Is pretty hard to find, plus 3 bathrooms. They're just going to have a huge dose of reality. That's a lot of house.
And they're not going to get what they need out of their house.
See what you did. I didn't puff up my chest and say, hey, I thought of it. You put yourself in a bit of a spot.
And I'm never going to
So, taking a trip?
I want to go to New York.
Oh, good. You've been to New York before?
I have not. Can you believe that?
You're going to love it.
Yeah, and I wanted some New York pizza.
You did?
Yeah, and I thought you could tell me where to go.
And you just don't know me as well as you think you do. I don't eat pizza. I hate pizza.
How do you hate pizza?
Well, I love it in Italy.
Okay.
Ta-da!
All right. Standard big open foyer.
Well, that's about the last time you're going to be saying big and open. This is the living room, which had a piano in it.
There's
but
piano in here?
There was a piano. This dining room that also shared space with record collection, record player, fax machine, and a copyright mix. Remember?
All of that in here.
All that was in here. They have a lot of wants here. They want to have a shared office. They need to have a guest room. They need to have a bonus space for their children. They need extra square feet, and I can't get them.
Okay.
Because it's only $110,000.
For everything.
Okay?
Okay.
Actually, I'm thinking this would make a fantastic office. This is the office, and we close it off here, and then we'll get doors here, closing it off to look empty.
Okay, that'd be great.
The kitchen is a really big deal for everybody.
Oh, wow. There's nowhere to prep anything.
So, cast your eyes this way. You will notice we go from carpet to hardwood to linoleum.
Back to carpet.
So, definitely all these floors come in. With the kitchen, basically got the kitchen. This wall has to come down, sure. I've got to integrate this room with the kitchen. We should just close this in, because that is I can use it for cabinetry. So another crazy open, but it's nice and big at least.
It is nice and big. It just feels wasted.
I don't understand why people build like this.
Yeah. So what could we do here?
I don't know, trapeze?
So Hillary, what if we gain square footage right here? We can build out a floor system in here, give them a whole nother bonus room. They would be over 2,000 square feet in this house if we can add the additional square footage.
I know. With a $110,000 budget.
Well, not with a $110,000 budget, but...
No, a $110,000 budget is my budget, so...
Can't you just get a little bit more money out of this?
Huh. I can try. Can you get me a number? I can't pitch it till I know what the number is.
I can get your number in a day or so. I'll do it in a day.
So I've had some fun thinking about what I can do with your house. I'm going to walk you through it. I hope you're excited.
Look forward to it.
I've got some plans here. Starting with this room, my idea is to turn this room into your joint office. And it can be separated from the rest of the space.
It's good lighting, but where are we going to put our piano?
I don't know yet. I'm dealing with an office.
I'll hold until I find out where the piano's going.
No, you can't hold until you know where the piano's going, because the piano and where it goes is going to be the last thing I figure out, which is where furniture goes and where all of that happens. So, then, Sure. I guess that's good. Okay, now this wall will come down, this wall will come down, everything will get pushed back over here. Alright, now that brings us into here, this crazy, ridiculous waste of space. So, I want to give you a second floor. That will give you guest space, to make it a bathroom in there.
That sounds promising. I really like the idea of having space up here.
Obviously, the big hit here comes as no surprise, is the fact that the budget isn't going to do this.
It's family farming and fixing all day long.
We were knocking down walls.
We give our clients their dream home. It's so beautiful.
You guys can do it all.
Mix of the fabulous. All new Tuesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Spread the love in a new season of Hometown.
It's a big deal.
Be there for the hugs, the heart, and the OMGs.
You like it?
I feel like I'm at home. The new season of Hometown premieres Sunday, December 26th today on HGTV.
We're all grateful to visit you and meet every Sunday, local bars Sunday.
I am waiting for you, and waiting for you, everything to you. I know that I will go anywhere for your smile, everywhere. Yes, I do. Anything for you.
For anything on your pet's wish list. PetSmart. Anything for pets.
Snoop Dogg. How come you always so happy? It's fairly simple. I believe the small things are the most meaningful. The small thing. So this holiday season, simply enjoy fresh sparkling water with a nearly extinct spring. Think small, baby. Love you, brother. By the way, one soda stream bottle can save, I don't know, thousands? Yeah, thousands of single-use plastic bottles. So who's thinking small now? He's the chicken with soda stream. Shop now.
Your clock's ticking at JCPenney's Super Saturday Sale. You're lashing in the show before Christmas. Score the brands their kitchen really wants. Add a little sparkle under the tree. Or use your coupon and give it your all. Hurry, end Sunday, JCPenney.
Financial planning is finding your home away from home. And it's designing the plan to get you there. Start a relationship with Citi and earn a cash bonus with the open and new personal accounts and complete required activities. It was quiet for 2 months. Now college football is back. And so is the North. Bring on the rivalries. Hold down the fort. Feel what you've been missing. It's about to go down. Touchdown! Brought to you by AMCO. As the transmission experts for almost 60 years, there's nothing we can't fix. AAMCO. Check engine light on? We'll check it for free.
Wealth management is planning your path together. And it's guiding you along the way. Start a relationship with Citi and earn a cash bonus when you open a new eligible account and complete required activities. This is the first time Suzanne and Brian have done a home renovation, and you might have to give them a reality check on how much it costs.
Do you have any kind of number in your head, knowing that you are now investing in your home that will be your home for 2 years? 175?
That's ridiculous. There's got to be a point where we say that money is better spent buying a different house than trying to make this into something that is not.
This will give you everything you need. But you have to kick in some more money.
How much more money?
Well, you know what? I wish I could tell you that, actually. I've only just finished talking to the contractor about that, and I don't have the numbers. So I'm putting this out here. You will decide, think it through, and I will have a number the next time. Okay?
Sounds fair.
I have absolutely no feeling about how that went.
So what did you think?
It's a lot of what we've been thinking about with that house, specifically the floor plan.
One more thing, budget.
I didn't feel there was this urgency of, Suzanne, let's do this, let's make it happen.
If you expect me to wiggle on the budget for renovations, you may have to wiggle on the budget for the house, for a different house.
We can see, but I really like these ideas.
So I really hope that when Chris gives me the number that is required to give Suzanne and Brian the house that they actually have dreamed about right here from me, that the budget comes in at 5 times. Because that's the only way it's going to happen.
First house tour for Suzanne and Brian. What they're going to be very happy about is this house is 2,500 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms, it's got 2.5 baths, it's got a decent-sized kitchen, it's got a screened-in porch. Now, the main floor is not as probably open as they would like, but let's find out. How are you?
Great.
So, what do you think? The cul-de-sac.
It's lovely.
I like the cul-de-sac. And then you have the house.
It's great.
Let's get a closer look. After you.
All right. Look at all these hardwoods, Brian.
There's a lot of hardwood, and actually let's continue us on the first story.
Your office space.
Yeah.
Something you lost.
Yes.
As the kids came in.
Yes.
This space right here, this would normally be the living room. I don't know how formal you guys are, if you need a formal living room.
We're not very formal. Yeah, you can even put the piano in here.
Your formal dining room.
Ooh.
For a dining room, this is bigger than our current space.
Let's head in and have a look at the kitchen. Okay, your eat-in kitchen.
Ooh.
Big windows, skylights, lots of storage.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little pantry for extra storage.
I like the big island.
This is built in. I don't know if you're gonna, I think you said you like an island to use as a prep space.
Yeah.
You have less of a prep space with this.
Yeah, it's true. It's not my dream kitchen.
Okay.
But it's better than
But Hillary kind of knows what we're going for.
Right.
This is going to be closer to what I think.
Sure. We'll see.
Bedroom number 1. This could be your guest room.
And they have a bathroom close by.
Yes. Yeah, right next door so that they have easy access to a bathroom. Your master bedroom. View of the backyard.
It's a totally reasonable size.
I agree. Yeah.
All right, let's go talk money. You've seen everything overall. How do you feel about it, Brian?
When we first came in, I did like the cul-de-sac. I did like the hardwood floors. That made a good impression on me.
What do you think overall?
You factor in the old windows that would probably need to be replaced, the carpeting that would probably need to be replaced. That's a lot of work that would have to be put in this house.
What do you think this house is listed at?
It would probably be close to $400,000.
What do you think?
I hope no more than that.
It's listed at less than that. It's listed at $375,000. Look, this is what $375,000 gets you.
If we're going to increase that, we need to see a lot of these, what I would say, the frills.
I'm trying to. All right, we're done. As first house tours can go, not great, but not terrible either.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, that definitely wasn't the best house to start with.
Moving forward, it has to have a kids' building space, and it has to be finished.
And you know, if we have to go up a little bit to get everything we want, it's something to keep in mind. I mean, if we're keeping it in mind for Hillary, you can keep it in mind for David. You don't screw with the budget unless you're getting exactly what you want.
Exactly.
didn't know that.
Richard, there's something else you didn't know. Ring has an alarm.
Ring? The company that created the video doorbell?
Yeah, Ring has an alarm with 24-hour professional monitoring. It has window and door sensors, motion sensors, and I set it up myself.
It's true. Ring has an award-winning alarm. Shop holiday deals now at ring.com.
Mrs. Claus, the shopping box here to help you merry savers find the best bargains ever. When you have the world's longest list, you go to Ross. That budget and get the savings. I love saying yes to more Mary for less at Ross. Don't just clean it. Clean it. OxyClean laundry and home sanitizer kills 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. And that feels... OxyClean laundry and home sanitizer also kills the virus that causes COVID-19. Hillary's back at the house with Chris, so he can show her what he's up against.
There's a little something right here with the waistline. That's going to be a little bit more of a challenge because we have a truss system here, which is great, but we can't cut into it at all.
Do you know, I've never seen truss on a main drawer. What's the main advantage to it?
One of the main advantages is you can design them to span nearly as long as you want to. And another advantage is you can run all your plumbing, mechanical through them, and you don't have to cut through anything. In this situation is because this spans all the way to the front, this wall that was going to cost us $8,000 to take out now costs us about $100.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, you mean as opposed to having to completely reframe and put in LVLs and all that stuff?
As opposed to having to put in LVLs, build piers underneath, take care of all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Easy.
Yay. All right.
I saved money and I just see it disappear.
Oh, it's gone. Okay, so what's going on with our second floor?
So it's going to add probably around $20,000 to the whole job.
That's it? That's with the bathroom?
No. The bathrooms are completely different. Bathrooms are expensive. That's going to probably add another 10 to 15.
Oh, rubbish.
No rubbish. I got to run water lines.
So what?
Got to run plumbing lines.
So what? Give me a break.
I'm giving you a break. It's 10 or 15. That's a huge break.
I'll give you 8, and that's it. All right, let's go look and see if we even need this thing.
12.5.
No! Too much.
8's too little.
10.
You're selling used cars here?
10.
Let me run the numbers. Do you need a toilet?
Right now? No, I'm fine.
Hillary's been moving money around to make the budget work. But she needs one more meeting with Suzanne and Brian to get all their must-haves finished.
Hello. Hi, guys. So, yeah, come and look. We've been ripping and tearing. Yeah.
We can tell.
Busy. Yeah, easy. This is the easy part. Here's the really good news. You have a joist system here that is truss. It's engineered. It's so great for what we need to do. We just picked up $8,000 that we thought we'd have to spend on structure to deal with taking out that wall. Free money. It feels like free money. It really does. So, let's go back to this plan of giving you a second floor to give you the space that you need. Adding the $8,000 that we just saved, and then looking at where we can pull back, change design a little bit, nothing significant, that we can do this for your original budget. Wow. A combination of savings and that $8,000. It's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Except that cost does not include a bathroom. And I honestly think you need a bathroom to make this work. And a bathroom is $10,000. You'd only have to kick in $10,000 for me to make this perfect. Let's go upstairs and just talk this through. I can see you're skeptical.
I like the idea of the room over this. Only problem I think that we gotta figure out is we talked about an office and a guest bedroom. I want the room overhead. I'm wondering this, if we're filling in this space here, is it possible to do anything with this space here? I've never liked this with small kids. I'm always afraid that they're gonna injure themselves.
Okay, back up. Do you think this could work without another bathroom over there?
I do agree with you from the perspective of if I'm going to spend $10,000 on a bathroom, does that make sense given the number of times we have guests here? Does it make sense from a resale value?
Ideally, you're doing this to keep us in the house, and I think if you do this, we'll get on board.
So we're just going to spend the $10,000 right here and create a second story right here. that will be your dedicated office.
I like that idea, yes.
Okay, we've got a plan.
So what do you think?
I'm impressed that we're talking about completely flooring in the second floor.
That felt like a ping pong game where I had no idea where that little white ball is, and anyway, why am I even trying to hit it? Because I lost the thread somewhere halfway through.
Although I will say, you never know with this kind of thing. I mean, you get money there, may get sucked out with something else.
We shifted from a bathroom or not a bathroom into a why not? Just a whole new room right here.
You know, as much as the bathroom makes sense, I really like the idea of flooring this in.
I do too.
I'm glad to hear you say that too.
That's why I love what I do. It's just always a surprise.
With Hillary's increased budget, she's ready to move forward with her plans.
All right, we are 15 minutes from Suzanne and Brian's house. The house itself, though, 3,400 square feet. It's got 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, office space, bonus space, beautiful open concept new floor, walkout to a screened-in porch. Really delivers more than what they currently have, and will even after the renovation gets done to their house. Let's see what they think. So, what do you think?
Looks great.
Are you excited?
Are you going to impress me?
I'm going to try. Come on in. What do you think?
Hardwoods, Brian.
Hardwood floors
To a good start.
throughout this main area. This would be your dining room. It's good size, so plenty of space for a big table. Is it no problem in your house?
Hillary is
Is what? Hillary's what?
Hillary is redoing the kitchen and the dining room. There could be space.
So the answer is no. Your dedicated office space.
We can see 2 desks in here.
I see 2 desks in here. I do like the room.
Let's get out of here. And here you have the eat-in kitchen family room combination with these incredible ceilings.
I do like how open it is. I like all the windows.
I like the cathedral ceilings in our house, but there's a reason we're addressing them. What is it? Obviously space.
Right, you're going to get some needed square footage out of it.
Yeah.
Beautiful kitchen, lots of storage space, lots of counter space.
It is an upgrade. I like it. Again, I don't know if this is your favorite range.
Breakfast area over here, and a walk out to the screen-in porch.
Yeah. Just like we have a screen-in porch at our current house, except this house is 1,000 square feet bigger.
Let's keep going. Your master bedroom. Nice big window overlooking the backyard.
It's really nice.
That's crazy.
Stairs. The bonus room for the kids.
This is a great kid space.
Right? It's a natural light. So bedroom number 1, this could be a guest room. I mean, you guys can decide how you want to divvy it up. Great storage. I mean, it's got a walk-in closet.
Yeah, that's a great closet.
3rd, full bathroom.
3rd
in this house.
Full bathroom.
The bonus for the 6-year-old is that they have direct access.
There's even another sink here. When they get older and they both are trying to get ready at the same time.
They can. But linen storage there, and then you've got her main closets there.
There's so many closets.
I know. All right, you've seen everything. You know where it is. How do you feel about this overall?
I do like having the extra space.
I like all this space here. I have really very few complaints about this house.
What do you think this house is listed at?
I hope it's not too much more than $425,000.
What do you think?
$435,000.
This house is listed at $65,000. Why didn't you get the whole thing out? I mean, if you really do want a dedicated guest room, a dedicated office space for you guys, a bonus room for the kids, you think maybe you can increase that budget?
No increase, $375,000. That is your challenge.
I will do my best.
This is a really great house.
It's big. Yes, $90,000 is a lot. I realize that.
It would be on my short list.
We need to keep looking.
I could go smaller, but they wanted a guest space. They wanted an office space. They wanted a bonus room for the kids. They wanted ample storage everywhere.
This is David's idea of moving us out of our house. He has no real shot of doing it.
And now they want it for $375,000. Exactly how do I do that? I don't know.
And the transformation between what you saw and what you're about to see is incredible. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
There's something for everyone on Discovery Plus. Stream now for just $4.99.
Superpowers in a Spider-Bite. I could use some help showing the world how Liberty Mutual customizes their car insurance, so they only pay for what they need.
Did it work?
Only pay for what you need. Spider-Man No Way Home. In theaters December 17th.
Target makes last-minute gifting easier. Shop with same-day delivery. Free order pickup. Or free drive-up. And leave with your list wrapped up. Order today, get it today at Target.
Sunday. Time to rock the bells. Now this is Sunday.
Dance to that.
Not the vibe, friends. Yeah, no.
This is every single Sunday.
Rock the bells! Radio!
I used to be friends with his mom. I used to have to 20 gallons of water every time. Now, just scrape them up.
Finish Quantum Works without pre-rinsing, leaving your dishes to a shine. Join the millions of Americans skipping the rinse to save our water.
Don't just clean it. Clean it. OxyClean Laundry and Home Sanitizer kills 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. And that feels. OxyClean Laundry and Home Sanitizer also kills the virus that causes COVID-19.
Getting your paycheck up to 2 days earlier is another reason banking with Capital One is an even easier decision than this.
Which one are you going to open up first?
Easier than that. What's in your wallet?
Hillary has some surprises for Suzanne and Ryan when they visit the house to check out the latest developments.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely big changes right away. I don't think this door was open when I first come in. What do you think?
No, it doesn't.
I do like the flow of the hallway and coming into this room. And as I said, I don't think it poses that strange at all.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, oh my goodness.
Look at this. This is the first thing you need to come and look at.
Well, it's nice, and I think it could be versatile, whether it's a guest bedroom or the office or storage.
Storage? What? You can use this for storage. You can use that for storage. This is a fantastic room. You're going to find a great use for it. Let's go look at the space you picked up. Not huge.
Not huge. It's like the pre-bedroom before you get to the bedroom.
It is. This gives you space to spread into or dedicate it as an office, which is what you really want to do, right?
Yeah, we need office space.
It's small, but it is a better use of the space, which is all we could ask for.
All right, we're good. Next time I see you, it'll be on the big day.
To put Suzanne and Brian in the perfect spacious home, David jumps in the car to show them the best he can find.
So we're going to have a quick look at this house over here. What do you think?
I like the yellow.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Right?
There's really not a great place for an office in there for us.
I agree with that, but I do like the updated styles in the house.
So, it's got 2-car garage. It's got a bonus room on the upper floor, which is nice, right over top of the garage. What do you think, Brian?
What's the square footage?
Just over 2,000.
It's missing the space for the office that we really want.
And that guest bedroom is tight.
Your whole team into your upper thigh. Pour that smooth roast and aim that camera up high. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Firefighter Maggie Gronwald knows how to handle dry weather and dry cracked skin. New Gold Bond Advanced Healing Ointment. Restore healthy skin with no sticky feeling. Gold Bond. Champion your skin.
Mom, hurry! My show's gonna start soon. I promised I wouldn't miss the show, and Mommy always keeps her promises. Oh. Seriously? It's not the same if she's not here. What the?
I don't suppose you can see anything.
Mommy?
vhorns45's.com/sing2. What makes the holidays magical? Ironically, it isn't magic. It's when stress instantly vanishes and objects just appear. When people share good tidings and things miraculously materialize. All so you can make the holidays exactly how you want them. Just like magic. Make the holidays yours with a little help from the Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
It's the season of smiling, and at Aspen Dental, we make it easy to gift yourself the smile you deserve. New patients start today with a full exam and x-rays with no obligation. If you don't have insurance, it's free. Plus, everyone saves 20% on their treatment plan with flexible payment solutions for every budget. We're here making smiles shine bright, so you can start the new year feeling all right. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL or book today at aspendental.com.
1, 2, 3. People say we don't know what that is.
All right, everybody stand up straight. Okay, now let me flip it.
When you skip the rinse with Finish Quantum, you save up to 20 gallons of water each time. Finish Quantum, with active glue technology, has the power to remove the toughest stains without pre-rinsing. For dishes so clean they shine. Join Finish and skip the rinse to save our water.
While construction continues, David's search for the perfect home also continues.
All right, this next house, Suzanne and Brian, has beautiful open concept new floor, 5 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. It also has a finished basement. I guarantee you they're not going to see that one coming. Good morning. Feeling good today? I am. Brian, what do you think of the house?
I do like the exterior. I do like the style. And
Think it's bigger than your house?
I hope so, or you wouldn't have brought us here, hopefully.
Let's go look. Come on in. So, what do you think right off the bat?
Looks promising. Nice space. I do like wine.
Well, that's the thing. The main area. Your eat-in kitchen, family room combination with tons of storage. A butler's pantry and another pantry. Have a look.
Double ovens and double pantry.
Yep.
I love it. There's so much space. I love the feel of it, of the way the kitchen's laid out, and you can still see the TV if you want to see the TV.
Look at this. Isn't this incredible? I mean, look at the height of these ceilings.
It's true. We still like the open ceilings. I know we're going to lose it.
But I know you're losing it for a good reason, right? I mean, you're getting square footage out of it. You need that. Your master bedroom.
Oh, first floor.
What do you think?
It's spacious.
I do like the bay window.
Bedroom number 1 upstairs. Possibly a guest room. And you have a full washroom.
Wow.
If this is your guest room, they are completely taken care of.
You sure are.
And look at this. Check out this bonus room. So, you now have an option. Where do you want your kids to hang out? Where do you want to hang out?
I do enjoy this space.
If I had to tell you,
You're really into metrics, aren't you?
I am. But guess what? We're not done yet. Your office space for both of you. And it's big enough. And it's bright enough. And you can have your desk over here. And you can have your desk over there. Let's head upstairs and talk money. All right, so what do you think overall?
I love this house. This is a great house.
I don't think you said the actual square footage.
Are you asking me for numbers now?
Give me that number.
The square footage of this house is 4,100. What do you think this house is listed at?
$390,000.
I'll be shocked if you're not at the $400,000 mark.
This house is listed at $410,000.
You've given us a lot to think about. You've delivered a house that is going to be hard to beat.
Where am I at now?
I will go ahead and give you the 10 on the house. The pricing, that's going to knock you down to a 9, though.
take that 9 and hope Hillary gets an 8.
Hillary and design assistant Jenny do a final check on what's left for them to do.
The original table is there, and it's so great because this frees up as a designated music.
Well, that's right. Now they have a little storage for stuff. You can have a music.
I mean, who has a music room?
That's true.
This holiday season, it's gonna be busy. It's gonna be emotional. But it's gonna be worth it. With McCormick, it's gonna be great.
Roast of Ocean, the new fragrance by Prada.
They call me the hot chocolate guru. Okay, nobody calls me that. No, I've got this.
For anything on your pet's wish list. PetSmart, anything for pets.
The clock's ticking at JCPenney's Super Saturday Sale. Your last weekend to shop before Christmas. Square brands their kitchen navy wash. Add a little sparkle under the tree. Or use your coupon and give it your all. Hurry, end Sunday, JCPenney.
When my Marco's craving hits, it really hits. But it's easy to satisfy with large 2-topping carry-out pizzas for just $8.99 each. And I'll eat a slice on the ride home. Nice. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
Say you're looking for the perfect present. You might try looking at the perfect place. A place with gifts that light up a face as well as a room. Where it's easy to find the brands they'll love and the advice you trust. That place isn't a warehouse store. That place is your local Ace. Around the block, with more in stock, with people who know their gifts. Your local Ace has great gifts. Order online, get free delivery, or curbside pickup.
Getting your paycheck up to 2 days earlier is another reason banking with Capital One is an even easier decision than this.
Which one are you going to open up first?
Yep, even easier than that. What's in your wallet?
Suzanne and Ryan have gone through the reno process for the first time. They're hoping Hillary has been able to find them enough space to keep them in their home.
Hello.
You two look amazing.
We got dressed up.
Well, it looks fantastic, but most of all, I just love the fact you're both smiling. This is going to be a transformation. It's going to take your breath away. I just want you to be ready for this, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice music room.
Yeah.
All right, let's just stop for 1 second and remember that this used to be a really high double height entry.
Yes.
And we don't miss it at all, do we?
No.
This now is a lovely setting to now come on into act.
It felt very open coming in.
But this is what took your breath away, and so it should.
Yeah.
And part of what's making everything look so well put together on the new floors.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you've also got a little play area.
I really like this room. I like that this preserves our music room, but it's bigger.
I like the piano on that wall and your guitar collection.
This is where you can have your vinyl inside this cabinet with the turntable right there. Now, here's the big change. Come and take a look at this.
This is gonna be good.
Wow. I gotta open things and touch things.
Take a look. Nothing but space.
They're so nice.
And you have a seating banquette right there, and there's more storage that is hidden inside the banquette.
This is great. This is better than I was envisioning. So.
Wow. Okay, this is a kitchen.
This is quartz.
And you have shelving.
Open shelving.
Yeah.
I really like the color scheme.
I want you to also see the connection that you have looking this way.
Yeah.
This is very nice.
Yeah.
So we come on in here to your sitting room. This is really now a space that is not necessarily going to get given over to children unless you choose. You've got the storage that you noticed here. Perfect for toys. And again, look at the separation. So far, how are we stacking up against whatever Dave showed?
The kitchen is probably my favorite kitchens that we've seen.
We saw bigger kitchens, but, considering what we come from, it's quite impressive.
Yeah.
There is always something really spectacular about a double height ceiling.
Yeah.
But now that you're in it and it's finally finished, what do you think?
I don't feel super close in, but it is definitely a change. I don't know if I miss it here or not yet. I guess I'm going to have to see what's upstairs and see if it's worth it.
Oh, that's fair enough. Okay. Well, let's go and do that right now.
Wow. This is actually more spacious than I was thinking.
Now, if you're both in here and both sat down at the same time, both each other.
No, you can both sit down. You just can't both get up at the same time.
Okay.
This is about as multi-purpose as a room can get.
Yeah.
There's a sewing machine, a little sort of craft table in area. Toys are in baskets over there. Fantastic hangout. I couldn't give you another dedicated bedroom, but I have a surprise that's going to be way better than that pull-out coach that was by your piano. Easy peasy.
There you go.
And it's a real bed.
We do have guests, but we don't have them every day, so I do like the fact that we can just fold it back up when we don't need it. Welcome back to your house. You must be kind of excited, right? I mean, to see it, see the transformation.
It's a big transformation.
Now, what I'd like you to try and do is kind of put this transformation aside and start to talk about the house that we looked at that I think really delivered everything on your must-have list. You walk into that house, you've got a beautiful formal dining room with those soaring high ceilings that unfortunately you lost here. For good reason, because you gained some square footage out of it and some spaces that you didn't have. Also on the main floor, your master bedroom. Then you have something that you don't currently have here, which is a dedicated guest room and a guest bath. Then, just when you think the tour is over, I take you to the lower level, an incredible finished basement.
It was a nice surprise.
A lot to think about. Here's a little more. That is now the value of your home with the renovation that has been done.
Wow.
This looks great.
All right, guys, time to think about what house you think makes the most sense for your family and your future. Talk about it. Let us know when you're done.
Before the house was renovated, the value of their home was $250,000. The reno budget was $120,000. Now their home is worth $375,000. That's an increase of $125,000. Hillary was able to renovate the kitchen and provided plenty of storage in it and throughout the house. She increased the footage, adding almost 320 square feet. This gave her the room to create an office for Brian and Suzanne with a Murphy bed for guests. And she was also able to keep the piano in the same room. But she didn't create a dedicated kids area, and she was over budget. David found Suzanne and Brian a home that was over 2,000 square feet, and it was close to amenities like a neighborhood pool. The house had 5 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms, a spacious kitchen with lots of storage, a dedicated guest room, and a large bonus area for the kids. But he didn't find a house for them in their neighborhood, and it was over budget.
It is pretty fabulous, isn't it? It is fabulous. Yeah, I told you what it was. It is incredibly fabulous.
And I know that's the
it's still good. Well, yes, it's true.
Nice.
Carry on.
This house versus the house we saw with David. Square footage wise, the other house still blows this one out of the water.
But look what we have here now with it. It hardly looks like the same house.
You've got perfect office space in the house we saw with David.
Like a dedicated office downstairs, nice and private, as opposed to having it in your master bedroom. Come on.
It's not in the master bedroom.
Basically.
No.
But the key thing is still, it is over budget from what we were talking about.
That is true.
The question is whether they actually want to spend an extra $35,000. We'll find out.
Are you ready to make a decision?
I think it's that time.
Do you know what you want to do?
I think we're on the same page.
All right.
So, decision made?
Yes.
And are you going to love it?
Or are you going to list it?
We are going to love it.
And give up on 2,000 extra square feet?
Really? 2,000 square feet extra?
We talked about how if we could update our kitchen and get more space in this house, could we make it work? And now we have the opportunity to see. We think it's possible.
I think the key things were location and seeing it in person. What it became, we have to give it a chance.
It was the music room, right? The difference, right?
And listen, if it doesn't work out in the next 2 weeks, give me a call. We'll get together.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I am not as devastated as you are, but I'm as shocked as you are. 2,000 extra square feet for $35,000.
I often wonder what I have to do sometimes. Like, how much more do I have to give? To win it.
This sounds like we're in a marriage counselor. Yeah.
I'd like to make a cheers to the chef. Thank you, Anna. Cheers. My pleasure. Happy Thanksgiving. Cheers, Cal.
Always good to have family together. Love this time of year. Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. Just the surroundings. Beautiful.
I know we're still technically eating Thanksgiving dinner, but I feel like Thanksgiving is over, and we should maybe talk about Christmas.
Do you remember when you guys were kids that I would take you every Christmas? We would go cut down a tree.
Yeah,
and we'd drive up the
wagon ride.
We'd do the wagon ride. We'd have the hot chocolate, the hot dogs. And we'd cut down a tree and drive it home and set up the tree. But Lisa and I, we do that every year now. We go, we cut our own trees.
Yeah, we need to do something bigger though, like something more creative. Let's do a competition.
What kind of competition?
We're decorating our houses. Let's decorate our whole house.
You want to do a whole house dress up?
Well, our own house. So that way they're already done for Christmas. Because Thanksgiving's over. My tree's literally going up tomorrow.
Let's say that we do this competition. Mike, Lisa, you got to dress up your house any which way you want. Ann and I will do our place any which way we want. Blake, Sherry, and Callie will do your house any which way you want. Who will judge this?
I think we need an unbiased judge, and I remember years ago we had a little competition. It was a stake-off. I don't remember who won, but I know Billy judged it.
Did you?
Do you remember who won, Bill? I actually do remember. I thought I was going to lose my job. You won.
I won. See, my memory is not so great. I forget, but I did win.
And you want him to be the judge? You won.
Well, it was a better stage.
You're right. You almost lost your job. I didn't do that.
I think Bill should be the judge.
What do you think? I can judge that.
No problem.
I'll be a good judge. I can be honest and fair, and I'm going to check out what they're doing, how they're doing it. We can get your sister Amanda to come home.
Yeah, if I need her hand, yeah, we'll talk to Amanda. I think we should nail out some ground rules, like mostly deadlines. I'm due to have a baby in 7 days. And are you sure you want to take this on pregnant? I think I'd rather have pregnant than with a newborn. I feel like that would be way more difficult. So I'm going to go with, let's do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. Let's start tomorrow. Thanksgiving's over. Forget work. Let's just focus on Christmas. So let's do 1 week competition. And then hopefully baby waits to say hello. I think that everyone's decorations should reflect their personalities. Okay? I got that. I'm with that. So that way they're all different, right? And we're not competing with the same.
We can do anything we want.
This is going to be a secret. I don't want to know about your house. You can't know about my house. I want this to be a surprise.
So, what's involved? Inside, outside, whatever you want. Maybe some woodworking.
We can do a little woodworking challenge inside of our challenge.
A challenge within a challenge?
Well, I mean, it's going to be tough because I'm a carpenter. She's a visionary. I don't know how we're going to build something.
Just a visionary. Do you understand? I build, she decorates. You do understand this.
I'm pretty sure that's what we said. I point, he does. So like I'm basically winning.
What's the winner get?
The winner gets to be a winner.
We should just do bragging rights.
I'm not competitive. Sherry's not competitive. Michael's not competitive.
I'm not competitive at all. I'm just a winner.
You just lied twice.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, well, good luck, guys. May the best team win. May the best homes win.
Oh, this is bull crap. I can see this happening right now. Challenge is on. Thanksgiving dinner was really nice last night. Love it when the family gets together. What type of theme do we want? What do you think we should do?
Ours needs to be a little bit more elaborate. What have you always wanted to do on this property that you never really got the chance to do?
We've never lit this place up for any type of holiday. I would love to light this place up. Not the inside of the house. I'm talking the outside.
You're going to light up everything, I know you. Everything.
Front gates. That big tree out front.
Just leave the cat alone.
Don't give me ideas. I'll light up the cat.
Oh my goodness.
Shouldn't have said that. So our theme is a modern...
Winter Wonderland.
I like that. Modern Winter Wonderland. I'm in.
Okay, great.
I think what we have to think about is what separates us from those two. What do we have different than them?
We have a century home, which has a lot of character, a lot of charm.
We live in a small town. We're surrounded by nature. So our theme is old-fashioned, classic, romantic Christmas.
All right, my love. What are we going to build?
In order to find out what we want to build, I think we should take a walk around the property, see what areas need work, where we can make improvements.
Our house has to be spectacular. Really has to stand out because we have such a small area to work with in comparison to Dad and Michael.
I don't see that as a disadvantage. I think they have too much space to work with. We just got to fill every square inch of this place.
Okay, what should we do?
I don't know.
Santa's Workshop.
North Pole?
A little bit of Santa's Workshop, but more like North Pole. And when they go through that gate, they should be in for a really big surprise, something magical and special.
Set it up with different stations, North Pole feel, Santa's Workshop. We can do a bit of everything.
Reindeer, snowmen, presents, cookies.
I'm good with that.
We can invite all the kids in the neighborhood, Hallie's daycare. They go into the backyard and come out with like a present to take home and treats.
Agreed.
Let's go look at the backyard and figure out what we're going to do back there.
All right.
I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, this fire pit needs a bit of work.
A bit. You just talked about demoing it. I love it though.
I'm thinking, this is kind of where the party happens.
Okay, so you're wanting to turn this into like the future.
Yeah, it needs a lot. We have all this loose rock here, and if we just mortar this back up, there's tons of limestone around the property, then if you can build the back up to like this level, put a grill here, and I think it's going to be the perfect mulled wine station for our old-fashioned Christmas party.
Love it. And some ideas about the greenhouse. Look how beautiful it is.
Stunning.
I think it's all ready for Christmas decorations, truly. And because the whole greenhouse is flat, I think that if we lit it up from the inside, it could be glowy and really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
The walkway is a big, usable space. It could be cool.
Yeah, it has its challenges for sure.
I kind of think I want this to be where the magic begins. So it's like the entryway into our backyard to where all the activities are.
I like that.
So fun, cool magic, and then exciting activities.
Yeah, when they come to that gate, it should pack a punch.
Yeah, I like that. I think this is where I want to do the activities and all the fun for the kids. What kind of activities should we do?
Some arts and crafts for sure.
Decorating cookies, treats, presents.
Yeah. What about a building station? We could build some toys for them, maybe?
Like Santa's Workshop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think we should do it down here, up on the deck?
I feel like we probably have more room on the deck versus grass because we couldn't exactly do anything in the garden other than just decorate. So that takes up a little bit of that space. But we have a bit of a problem if we go up on the deck. When I stand here, all I see is all of this.
Yeah, you can see everybody's backyard.
We have to make our fence taller.
I think we can get creative with something. Some form of decoration, make it feel higher.
Oh, we have to.
All right. I've got Donald coming in today, and he's putting in all that soffit light. It's the holiday lighting thing that I've been looking for years. Okay, we can do that after.
Wow.
Hey. So this actually goes up really fast. We have how many color choices?
Technically over 16 million on an RGB.
16 million.
Yeah.
Wow. And think about this. You install these lights once. Every year, something gets hurt on the lab. You don't have to take them down in the spring and put them back up in the winter. And not to mention, it's all LED, and we're going to be saving.
What used to be 3 incandescent light bulbs is now powering 2 buildings.
All goes on my phone, on, off, change, color, do what I want, anytime I want, play.
Wow. Yeah, that is very impressive. I have an idea. We're gonna use snow blankets and make a snowdrift.
Like a wall of snow.
A wall of snow, a fence of snow, raise it over top of the fence.
What's up?
Can you hold this on top of the fence for me? I was thinking to add some height because the presents on top of the snowdrift.
On top of the fence. How do you feel about the white?
It kind of looks like just a big white blanket over a fence to me. And then presents on top of the fence. I don't think I like that.
No, I agree.
You know what?
Well,
what about this?
What about what?
What do you think if we wrapped each panel? We could wrap it just like a present, different colors, and put ribbon around it.
The wrapping paper.
A bunch of fun gifts as you walk into the backyard. It doesn't exactly solve our height issue, but it covers our fence.
Yeah, the height issue.
I haven't figured that one out yet.
Well, we got this in the packaging. We could cut this into maybe snowflakes or something?
Actually, that could work because there's a snow blanket on the ground.
Is this our height?
Snowy, it's Christmas. It matches my wrapping paper.
I think we're onto something.
We use wrapping paper, make it look really great, colorful, and different. Who doesn't love presents? Okay.
What do you think?
We gotta come up with something else. Probably covered in germs. Protection. Lysol to Go kills 99.9% of viruses.